Let us consider a problem to find the discrete logarithm of 28 to the base 2 in the field F37 star using Silver-Pauling-Hellman algorithm. We know that Silver-Pauling-Hellman algorithm is applicable only when the number q minus 1 is smooth. That is only when all the prime factors of q minus 1 are small. Here q is equal to 37. So q minus 1 is 36, which can be factorized as 2 square into 3 square. So this is obviously a smooth number. Here q is equal to 37, q minus 1 is equal to 2 square into 3 square, and y is 28. Here base b is equal to 2. According to the algorithm, we will need to consider each prime divisor p of this q minus 1. So we will need to consider 2 and p equal to 3 separately. For each prime p, we will have to compute the pth roots of unity rpj, which is defined as b raised to j into q minus 1 by p for j varying from 0 to p minus 1. When our table of these RPJs are ready for each prime p, then we will be ready to compute the discrete log of any y to the base b. So let us consider the prime 2 first. When p is equal to 2, rpj, the pth root of unity is b raised to j into q minus 1 by p, and that is equal to 2 raised to j into q minus 1 is 36 divided by p here is 2. So this is 2 raised to 18j. Here j varies from 0 to p minus 1, that is the values of j will be 0 and 1. Now for convenience, let us calculate the value 2 raised to 18 first and reduce it modulo 37. We can see that 2 raised to 18 is congruent to 36 when considered modulo 37. So this can also be written as a quantity congruent to minus 1 modulo 37. Now rp0 will be 2 raised to 0, and that will be equal to 1, and rp1 is equal to 2 raised to 18, and we have found out that it is congruent to minus 1 modulo 37. Now let us consider the next prime divisor 3, that is consider the case when p is equal to 3. Then rpj is given by b raised to j into q minus 1 by p, and that will be equal to 2 raised to j into 36 divided by 3, and which is 2 raised to 12j. Here note that j varies from 0 to p minus 1, that is the values of j are 0, 1 and 2. For convenience, let us evaluate 2 raised to 12 first. 2 raised to 12 is congruent to 26 when reduced modulo 37. So R30 will be 2 raised to 0, which is 1. R31 is 2 raised to 12, and that is congruent to 26. R32 is 2 raised to 12 square, and that will be 26 square is congruent to 10 when reduced modulo 37. So R30 is 1, R31 is 26 and R32 is 10. Thus our table of RPJs are ready. When P is equal to 2, RP0, that is R20 is 1, R21 is minus 1. And we have obtained R30 as 1, R31 is 26 and R32 is 10. This is the table of all RPJs. Now we are ready to calculate the discrete log. That is, we will need to solve for x which satisfy the condition b raised to x is equal to y. That is 2 raised to x is equal to 37. We will need to find an x modulo q minus 1 which is 36. First of all, we will be trying to find an x which satisfy this relation modulo 2 raised to 2 and also an x which satisfies the condition modulo 3 square separately, and then we can apply Chinese remainder theorem and find the value of x which satisfy the condition modulo 36. First take the case when p is equal to 2 and find an x which satisfy our condition modulo 2 square, that is 4, and let us write x, the required solution, as x0 plus 2x1 modulo 2 square, or we can take this as the binary representation of x when reduced modulo 4. We will need to determine x0 and x1. To find x0, according to the algorithm, compute y raised to q minus 1 by p, which is equal to 28 raised to 36 by 2, that is 18. This is equal to 28 raised to 6 whole raised to 3 also, and we can see that 28 raised to 6 is congruent to 10, and so this quantity will be congruent to 10 raised to 3. Now 10 cube is congruent to 1 when reduced modulo 37. So when we compare this value 1 with the values in the table of R2J, we can say that R20 is equal to 1. So this is equal to R20. Hence, x0 is equal to this 0. Now, to find x1, consider y1 equal to y by b raised to x0, and that will be 28 divided by 2 raised to 0, which is 28 itself, and now we need to evaluate y1 raised to q minus 1 by p square, and we will need to compare the value of this expression to the values in the table of R2Js. We can see that this is equal to 28 raised to 9, and 28 raised to 9 is in fact congruent to 36 when reduced modulo 37, which can also be expressed as a quantity congruent to minus 1 modulo 37. So when we compare this value minus 1 with the table of R2Js, here in this row we can see that the value is equal to minus 1 when j is equal to 1. That is R21 is equal to minus 1. So this is equal to R21, and this will imply that x1 is equal to this 1. Thus we have evaluated both x0 and x1 in the case when p is equal to 2. Therefore, x is equal to x0 plus 2x1, and that will be 0 plus 2 into 1, which is 2. So x is congruent to 2 modulo 4. Now let us consider the case when p is equal to 3. Then we can evaluate an x modulo 3 square, which satisfy the required relation b raised to x equal to y. So when considered modulo 3 square, we can assume that the value of x is x0 plus 3x1. To find x0, according to the algorithm, we need to consider y raised to q minus 1 by p, and that will be 28 raised to 36 divided by 3, which is 12. And we have already seen that this is congruent to 26 when considered modulo 37. Now comparing this value with the values of R3Js, we can see that 26 is the value of R31. So this is equal to R31. Therefore, x0 must be equal to 1. Now similarly we need to find x1 also. So let us consider y1 equal to y by b raised to x0, and that is equal to 28 by 2 raised to 1, which is 14, and then we need to evaluate y1 raised to q minus 1 by p square, and that is equal to 14 raised to 36 divided by 3 square, which is 4. So we need to evaluate 14 raised to 4, and we can see that this is congruent to 10 modulo 37. And comparing this value 10 with the values of R3Js, we can see that this 10 is equal to R32, which implies that x1 is equal to 2. Thus, x which is defined as x0 plus 3x1 is in fact 1 plus 3 into 2, which is 7 modulo 3 square, which is 9. So we have obtained a congruence relation. X is congruent to 7 modulo 9. Thus, we have already considered all the prime divisors of q minus 1 and evaluated x modulo p raised to alpha for each p. Now, it remains to apply Chinese remainder theorem to the two congruence relations we just obtained and evaluate x. Consider the two congruence relations, x congruent to 2 modulo 4 and x congruent to 7 modulo 9. Here m1 is equal to 4, m2 is equal to 9. So the product of these moduli will be 36, and hence capital M1 will be 9 and capital M2, which is capital M by small m2, that will be 4. Then if we denote n1 as the multiplicative inverse of m1, we can see that since GCD of 9 and 4 is equal to 1, 1 can be expressed as 9 minus 2 into 4. So 1 into 9 will be congruent to 1 when considered modulo 4. So that n1 is equal to the multiplicative inverse of m1 modulo small m1 will be this coefficient 1. Similarly, n2, that is n2 is the multiplicative inverse of m2, that is n2 must satisfy the relation m2 n2 congruent to 1 modulo small m2. So here we can see that the above expression implies that minus 2 into 4 is congruent to 1 when considered modulo 9. So we can take n2 as minus 2 when we consider it modulo 9, or we can write n2 as 7 also. Now consider the quantity x equal to sigma ai mi n I varying from 1 to 2 here modulo capital M. This will be the solution of the system of congruences, and this is equal to 2 into 1 into 9 plus 7 into 7 into 4. This will be 214, and we can reduce it modulo 36 to obtain 34. So x is equal to 34. Thus 28 is equal to 2 raised to 34 in F37 star, or we can say that log of 28 to the base 2 is equal to 34 in F37 star. This is the required solution.